Okay, I'm going to try to do this in live time, but in full transparency, I did pre-lay this on, poked it a couple of times, had a problem with the back lug. I don't know if it's the same lug that was on it, but it didn't quite match up, so I had to do a little alteration and modification on it. But we think we're good now. So I have my pins all lined out from the breech to the muzzle, have them all right here. I went back and put a little bevel on them to help ease them in. I think one last thing that I will do, and luckily I had it handy, got a little beeswax, probably put just a little bit of beeswax on each one of them and try to get it in that way with minimal consternation. Like I say, I've already got it laid in there. I will need to clamp it as I go. I may need to also go through and move the camera from time to time. So anyway, here we go. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our longest pin, which is the one that goes back here by the breech. I'm going to go ahead and this is the needle to make sure that we can kind of get it lined up. Okay, I'm going to put a clamp on it, get it off to the side. It may fumble around a little bit, of course. I don't know if this is worth it or not. Anyway, we'll try it. We're gonna and this is just to make sure that we get it in there as far as it needs to go. Take our pin, make sure our bevel is that. I don't know if you can see that, but water just dripped off of my forehead because it is hot. Put a little beeswax on it. Insert it into the hole. I got my Jim Kibler visor on. I need to move that just a bit. There she goes. I won't countersink them in this part of this process. We'll just get them flush and then we'll get it. Okay, that one's in. Now, since I have that one already in, I'm going to go ahead and put the tang screw in. Try to. All right, so that one's in. Now, moving forward, I'm going to towel off. I hope you can hear me with the fans running, but that's necessary. Okay, so our next one is right here. Okay, that needle goes in. I don't know if you can see it. And by the way, I'm putting all these in from the lock side, so they will all be uniform, and then that way I take them out from the block plate side. That one's basically flush. All right, moving towards the breech, and I may need to move, I am going to need to move this ever so slightly, which is going to change the camera location. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm going to move the camera. Probably good that I'd move it anyway. All right, so we're going to move that there. Come around. Move that over to that area right there. Okay, so we're going to do this pretty quickly. So I'm going to loosen this just enough to slide this more towards the breech. I'm gonna find it. Where are you? There's that one. There's, okay, it's right there. Okay, so we should have plenty of space. All right, clamp this back down. All right, see if there is any issue here. I feel a little bit of resistance. And you may have noticed I forgot to put the beeswax on the second one. We'll do this. Okay. And this was one of the ones that actually came loose. Okay. No need to clamp because this wood is so flexible here you can just pull it in with your hand. Okay, and then the last one, come in here, the water dripping off of me. A little beeswax, and it is right here. They're all in. All right, other than countersinking. Okay, we're going to spin this back around because the lock does help hold the barrel in because one of the lock bolts goes, or lock screws, goes through the barrel. So we're going to put this in here. All right. Okay. May need to give it a little wrap. Okay. So, as I said earlier in the earlier video, there's more meat to screw into in the back. So the thread with the bolt with the long threads goes in the back, and it actually was one of the harder ones to get in, and it went right in. Don't want to over tighten it. Try to get the thread or the screw slot lined up. Okay. Next one. Lined up. When I mean lined up, I mean oriented the same, not just being helter-skelter. This one goes in, and this has always been the easier one to put in. And it pulls it right in. Time. All right, looks like it took us a little over 8 minutes. It's there, it's done, other than countersinking. And I will do that off camera. But I'm going to turn it around so you can see it. I think that patina and smoothed lock looks wonderful. I think it really adds to the gun. So anyway, there it is. She's back. She's back in business. I do have one other thing to share. I bit the bullet, so to speak. I bought a box of bismuth shotgun shells that I'm going to harvest some of the bismuth out of to make loads for the Fowler. I'm gonna try that. And if they don't work, I just bought some expensive shells for duck season. No big deal. So anyway, we're back in business. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching an old fat man sweat. So there we have it. Thank you. Bye.